one of the waves came up underneath me, lifted the kayak possibly a meter or so off the normal level of the water, and literally tossed me out of the boat. So at that point I decided, well, I can try and swim the boat to shore. I knew that I had to stay with the kayak. That's something that I've always been told and always made perfect sense. Was, you never leave the boat when you're in the water. I realized it was getting dark. I could at one point the boat turned around and I could see the lights of Oak Bay that I couldn't. You don't normally see in the daylight. So at that point I realized I'm just wearing myself out here. I just have to wait and rely on the fact that I had left my itinerary, my float plan with the rental shop that I had rented the kayak from, and with my wife, and would have to rely on them calling for help. Definitely a life-threatening situation. I knew there was a fairly strong possibility that I might not survive this particular situation, and all I could think of at that point was, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to hold on, because I had to come home for my wife. I had to come back for her. I knew that everything would be all right as soon as I saw the light from the rescue boat playing across the kayak. It was. At that point, I must have been conscious. I must have had my eyes open, because I remember seeing the light literally go across the length of the kayak and then stop and come back. And at that point, I raised one arm and tried to wave to indicate that I was there. And at that point, I knew that it was going to be okay, that I was only going to be in the water for a few more minutes. The first thing I remember trying to say, and I was shivering so badly it was just practically through clenched teeth, was, please tell my wife I'm okay. And someone at that point said she knows she's on her way. You may not be able to run into a burning building, you may not be able to pull somebody from in front of a car, but if you support the organizations that can do that sort of work, you may as well have done that yourself. I'm not sure if there's anything I can say. They saved my life. They've literally given me my life, and I can say thank you, and that's all I can say. It's a deep and heartfelt thank you. How can you say what thanks are equivalent to that? What thanks would be sufficient for that? They literally gave me my life.